Hello, welcome to a playthrough of Age of Wonders 4 DLC, Thrones of Blood, and now let's head into our episode. Hello, welcome back to our playthrough of Age of Wonders 4, Thrones of Blood DLC, specifically the story map that came out with this DLC. I believe there is only one story map, at least as far as I am aware, I should say. There might be a second, but I'm pretty sure this is the only one. If there's a second one, we'll play it, just so you know. But, you know, if there's nothing when we finish this map, there were no other story maps. We have eliminated Mavaleth. We need Mavaleth and Torok's blood to free/deal with Urvatog. We'll see how that goes. He's very evil. So, I suspect that is him in here, sort of thing. But we'll deal with that when we come to it. We might end up declaring war on Griselda. Unknown. We will end up declaring war on Torok. Part of that, my idea is that once we declare war on Torok, he has two vassals. Bridgedale, which is this one, and the top right, we will let keep existing. Okay? But Silverforge will conquer and vassalize for ourselves. And we'll conquer all his cities and turn them into vassals as well. We went digging for Agonize because it is such a powerful spell. I'm not taking advantage of it. We also completed Mantle of the Blood Nobles. What does this do? All tier 3 and above units gain Coagulate, hit points based on the number of tier 1 and tier units and how much healing they receive. We'll go ahead and cast that. It's gonna dig into our reserves, but we're still floating plenty, so I'm not worried about that right now. We've excavated an area. Let's see. Oh boy. Here's what, we'll clear out this section, and then we'll start clearing our way up that way. So, you are gonna head into this direction. Negotiation succeeded. Good news, proceed. Great. I could spend the Imperium to boost the vassalization. Whenever this kicks in, it kicks in. So be it. I'm not in a rush. Oops, wrong thing. Imperium-wise, is there anything I'm like, we really need to grab this? That's not bad, not required. We'll need this eventually. There's nothing in here I want to grab. We have some polearm units, but if they don't level faster, I really don't care. Otherwise, I think we just need to fill in our materium. I could grab Right of Wealth to give us a small gold injection. But I don't think we need it. I think we'll grab the gold first, wait a couple of turns, then grab grab special districts, so all our special province improvements give us +5 gold. We're not building a lot of them, but we are building some. Then wait a couple of turns. Then consolidate an industry so we get boosts to stability. Then wait a couple of turns. Grab siege, assuming nothing else presents itself. Then wait a couple of turns. Well, we'll have to wait 25 turns for this. So that'll be a while. We're probably going to skip provincial architects, because by the time we trigger it, we'll have built all the special improvements in all the provinces we want. So having said, we might go up to a 5th city. If we do, it will be Thorned Citadel. Will be our 5th city, basically just to give me the Pit of Pain. Or, I guess Night Watch would be a good one too, right? Because they should get Bloodthroat. The Whispering Graves, right? I don't know. I don't think they're close enough to grab these. but potentially also the... Oh. Wait. I don't think this is grabbed. The altar of devoration. What is devoration? Is that a thing? Devoration. I know what devotion is. It's an obsolete term. Oh, for devouring. Devouring? Devouring. There we go. So it's a fancy term for to consume something. Altar of consumption. Well, that's not ominous at all. So yes, potentially a 5th city, but that is off in the future. I'm going to wait a few turns. I could grab a 6th hero, but I think we want that gold pumped into our cities for now. As is, we are reorganizing our armies and building up armies. I would suspect within the next 10 turns or so, I will declare war on Torah. I just want to make sure, right? I've got these guys. You're good. Well, no, you're not good. What are you missing? Let's see. Melee, melee, melee. You're missing a ranged. You're missing a... Oh, perfect. One of these guys. Well, there's 2. Yeah. Right. And we're having our main hero come in this direction. So yes, we have some backup armies to truly build. You need ranged units. You need one more melee unit. So, here... Okay, you're building the Blood Cultist. You get the Death Guard. That would be Blood Cultist. Sorry. Death Guard in here. Blood Cultist in here. So we need at least 2 more Blood Cultists. I will queue up 1 and let the rest sit. After they build the stone walls, I'll double pump gold and let that sit. Olmec can annex another province. Right. If I dismantle this, I will hold this for 3 turns and then grab the gold one. After that, we do need research. Nope, we were going to try to grab something. We were going to try to grab the haunted halls. Okay, I think I can still time this out. So, hold on. Let me save the game. Bookmark 1. Overwrite. In you go. Explore. I have plenty of mana. I'll cast the spell. We'll auto combat. Shouldn't lose. Well, there was a tier 5 and a tier 4. Didn't lose anything. Take that. Either, no. Gold. Staff of Decay. It's a tier 2. I don't care about it. I'll just grab the gold. Now, we'll go back to Olmec. Go under Olmec? Olmec. And grab this. Great. And what I will do then is, when this pops, I will spend some Imperium, probably not a lot, to rush this to grab that gold one. That makes sense? As is, with the boost, we're okay on mana. If we're grabbing a gold mine next, I'm gonna... Okay, hold on. If we're okay on mana, I'll grab the Bat House first, and we'll see where things go from there. We now have Agonize. Great. We need to pick a new tome, oh, hold on, this one, the small one, gets deleted. There we go. And we are following a researched build order we did. Again, if you play this and you want to follow a similar build order, I would recommend, because we were focusing so much on crit, there is a better way to build this, where you dump obsidian for enhancement, right? Because Crimson Rain gives everyone the hit to it takes a while to get to it, right? And then your some of your alternate ones, you can do the same ones, Terramancy, Blades, Doomheld, Great Transformation. But some of your alternate ones, Enhancement Prophecy means all of your units would start, because of Overwhelm, if they're next to each other, start with a 45% crit chance, and that only goes up the more units you kill. So there is a build there. That's not the one we're going for. So, click, come back. We've completed a tome, now to pick a new one. So in our library, by tier, we have Discipline, Blood, and Rock. Again, probably would have been better. And I'm going to argue, and here's my argument for changing out Tome of Rock for an enhancement, right? Yeah, enchantment. Yeah, we don't get spell-tempered shields, right? We never... Again, I feel like this is to be a spell-tempered armor, and it only applies to shield units and pole arm units. Sort of thing. The Pershing Arrows, great for early game. Eventually you use them. But the big thing is Sundered Defense. Because every point of defense you knock off means not only do you do more damage, the bleed does more damage as well. It's not a huge thing, but it is something to keep in mind. So, again, by tier. So we've done Rock, Blood, and Discipline, Revelry and Scrying, Cycles, Torment, and Crimson Rain. So the only thing we're missing is Crimson Court. Which again really applies to our high tier thing. So whether we get it or not a bad thing. So we're gonna hide it. Oh, I guess I need to do it from this. I believe it's an order tome. Yes, we want Home of the Revenant. Why? Soul Harvest is good. Necropolis is good. We're gonna have to build one of these. And what I'll probably end up doing is I don't think I have like a section for research in most of my cities. But I'll end up just slapping it down next to a research station. It gives us Chamber of the Right. Undead units trapped in the city gain natural regeneration. I don't know if that backfills. Does that make sense? I think it's only new units. So, we may take some time at some point to sacrifice a bunch of units. And just let them and kill a bunch and replace them with units that have this. Unholy Champion, which is good, but not really required. Revenant Whispers, which is also good. Right? For one world map, target enemy army gains 2 demoralized. When attacked by anyone, whoever attacks them gets 3 skeletons with Unholy Champion. So more damage, the Undying, and Armor of Despair. Summon a Fallen Angel, which will be fun. I don't know if we'll use them. I mean, the Corrupted Bolts is really good, as is the Ray of Corruption. So, useful. A lot of Imperium, though. More importantly, Undead Resentment. Meaning, we're going to... every time we inflict negative morale, which we have a lot of ways of doing, it's going to be increased, right? More importantly, increases our spirit and our fire resistance so that we take less damage from fire and spirit, the greatest bane of all dead. And we're gonna grab Undead Resentment, and there's nothing else in there that I'm like, oh, we absolutely need this. You guys, right, I have given up on trying to get these guys leveled up. They're nice to have. How much is it to respect you? Oh, no. I can still respect him. I think I give up on Initiative of Nature. I actually am giving up on his Shepherd. So, hopefully we'll get another chance to change that out. What's Blood Shield? Alright. Are there... So yeah, I'm giving up on that. So we're gonna make him a proper army as well. That's gonna take time. Leveled up. This is our Blood Ogre's champion. He's a warrior. You definitely want Grim Executioner as quick as possible. And then after this, so his level 10 and 11 is Mist Away and Vampiric Flight. We could give him better armor. He's got a really good weapon. The question is, can we make him a better weapon? So, he has Gift of the Old Blood. So, he doesn't need a weapon that inflicts Blood Parasite. Our main hero does. If we go to our main hero, who is an Elder Vampire, you notice she doesn't get Gift of the Old Blood. Right? She gets a lot of stuff, right? Vampiric Regeneration. And she levels up quickly because she steals experience. Yeah, because right now we're at -4. So that would change to a -2. No, -4? It should be 1. That shouldn't say -4, that should say -1. It's 3 -4. That needs to be fixed. That's the way it used to work. I don't know why it changed. So a better weapon for some of our higher level heroes, but I think they're all relatively... Yeah, 9, 8, 9, 6. So, inspect. Yeah, we like Sight Taker because of the blind, and it's a tier 4. So, we're not going to make one for you. You have a tier 4 as well that has Undead Slayer. So, yes, Undead take less damage from poison and frost, but the Undead Slayer increases the damage by 40% on top of that. So, oh, I don't like how this is done anymore. Okay. So we have 7 + 2. Okay. Wait. Oh, interesting. Elder Vampire's Gift gives +1 each. Huh. Elder's Vampire... Okay, what is this? This is turn Vampire gets a stack of this for each... Oh! I never noticed this before. For each signature skill the Elder Vampire has. Yeah, so you can make your heroes really tankers in Elder Vampire. Fascinating. But yes, so tier 4, tier 4, tier 3, but Blood Parasite and Holy. And Undead Slayer, so we're not going to mess with his. Okay, we could keep making rings. I want to see if I can make him a better... no, we can't do anything. Never mind. That's why we stopped making things. So you gained a level of renown. Great. More knowledge income. So now... do you get... you do get Mantle of the Blood Noble. That's hilarious. Okay. We are going to head towards this blighted tree. We're going to grab the gold next, but after the gold, we're grabbing a forester. So they are going to try to clear this out once they fully heal up. We are completely redoing you. Hold on. When they die, so you just need 2 ranged units. Boom, boom. In you go. So that army is good to go for now. 1101, 1388. You know what? We can see how well they do. I don't think they're going to do very well. And these guys are just setting up. To blitz down the Fountains of Elation when we declare war. In order to burn this to the ground so Almach can grab the Haunted Halls. And push out a little more. Not much more. We should be able to easily get to 30. That's far enough away, I really don't care. Oh, Prophetic Observatory. Okay, that's why they slapped that down there. Good, we've got our mint into stone walls, and then some gold. We're making units. Yeah, so Blood Cultist. We'll move them up here. Well, I guess by the town. So you only need ranged. You need Blood Cultists. Alright, so you two go here. After the Blood Cultist, we'll queue up a Mortalis and let that sit. Mortalist. Right, Carnival Flesh, then Gold, and then after the Carnival Flesh... there's nothing I want to build there. Right. Yeah, but this takes a while to build. So, gold. Gold. That's Necropolis. Right? But we want this. If this is in range... 7 turns? Jesus, that's why we wanted the Carnival Flesh. We could snag these, right? And potentially build research out here. Which is not a bad way to go. And skip. I wanted to grab glades for the ability to build trees. And that's it. But knowing... yeah, we can grab some forestry out here. I think we turned this into like a research section. Here. Here... again, we want mainly research. So, we can grab these and just have them and turn this into a research section as well, right here. Right? 1921 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. We're gonna definitely have 30 in here. It does mean the odds of us getting up to Druidic Empire not happening. which is fine. And that's the other thing. Because we grab the Tome of the Revenant, we now have 3 in every affinity, meaning we are getting a plus 20 income from Empire of the Cosmos. And from here, we will probably focus Shadow and Material. I don't think there's any nature, like, my instinct is always to go Shadow, Material, in nature because it is such a powerful combination. And I don't think there are any like Tome of the Beast does have its uses, right? Animal kinship. When adjacent to a friendly animal, right? But at this stage, is there anything bigger? Maybe, right? We can't. Oh no, we can do super growth. Kind of makes animals go, so there's an option. Dragons is not a bad one, but it's nature of chaos. I'd want pure nature. Nature's wrath could work. Right? Awaken instincts, devolve, awaken the forest, summon horned god, maybe. Goddess's nature is out. Prosperity kind of worked. Like, we couldn't do Gaia's Chosen, we couldn't do Blessing of Paradise. Oh no, we couldn't do Enchanted Bloom. Right? Everything else, even the Garden of Bliss we could use. Dragons kind of works, but that's a split. Right? Blades kind of works, because like I said, aspect of the root affects polearm units. We have polearm units. We do like to create forests. Leaf Skin's great. Sacred Meadows, great. Right? I wish it was not friendly units on the hex, but in the domain, but whatever. But, you know, it's a food increase, so it works. But outside of Tome of Glaives, it's iffy. Doom Herald would supercharge us for breaking morale. Transformation would work too. Enhancement and Prophecy would work as well to supercharge our crit rate. So options, but you can see nature I don't think is happening in this particular game. You've been made. You're going to the Lost Tower, and I'm probably gonna have to fight it. Let me throw down a bookmark. No one can steal that. You pop in 9 turns. You need a Carnival's Flesh as well. Carnival Flesh is just sheep. Yeah. So if this is like science right here, we could change some of this. Like, no matter what, we'll get the iron deposit. So replacing it with a farm is not unheard of. The research outpost, not so much. So that would give this at least a +2. And this can only be a forester? Forest, sunless. Yeah. Wait, Sunless doesn't take over grass. Huh. Hold on. I want to check. So, fertility. No, not fertility. Tier. Not glades. Paradise. What does this say? Gains grassland and forest. It wouldn't lose Sunless. I think we can actually use everything in here except Gaia's Chosen. So there is an argument made. Maybe instead of Home of Glades, maybe we grab Paradise instead. Because we can use a lot more in here and the Garden of Bliss than we can the Tome of Glades. Maybe. Something to try. Because I think we changed the order, though. I think Doom Herald next after Terramancy. Sorry. Getting distracted. It happens a lot. Surprise. So we'll close that. Let that tick. Let that tick. You're good. You're gonna fight. Says it's easy. Honestly, if I lose the spiders, I don't care at this point. Legend. Close. Don't need the hammer. Shred it. I'll take it. Look! Spider Matriarch! Yay! Now we only have to do that 2, 4, 6, 7 more times. This needs to be changed. Level up an animal unit. Lower the amount of renown you get, but just level up an animal unit. We'll keep the Spider Matriarch, which means you only need... No. There's... Monks aren't racial units? No, yes they are. Alright, Blades of Decay, Blood Drinking Blades, Earth King. Yeah, Gift of the Old Blood. Yeah, because they're Blood Ogre monks. But a Painbringer might be better. So we're gonna move you 1534. You need to heal. You need to heal. We need to readjust this. You produced gold into the library. It's fine. You're fine. We're building you right. Save game. Bookmark 3 is fine. Explore. Still risky. Okay, so what is this? Gives us battle vulnerable defenders. I think Lost Wizard against my attacks. Vulnerable and defenseless is better than Berserk. Although, is it? They will start next to allies. Which means they'll start wailing away on each other for the first turn. But they still deal... I think we lose the mana. Wow! Maybe not. Those dragons would do a lot, but it only works for a single turn. Yeah, versus Sun to auto combat. We'll see how much we lose. I'm honestly willing to take that because I wanted to trade out the Death Stalker, and the Death. No, I think we want the Death Guard, but I'm willing to trade out the Death Stalker for a different unit, so I will take that. So, strongest weapon, Brutal Demon's Blade. Ooh, shoot crossbow, leading Fiend Slayer. Wealth, more gold so we can boost things. Defenses, gain a Phoenix unit, or Imperium. Imperium it is. Why? Because then I do not feel bad grabbing both this, both Specialist and Consolidated Industry. I'll hold off on Siege Masters for a little. So that gave us a gold boost and a stability boost.
Ooh.
You're gonna need to repair, so you need... Are you... I would consider this melee. So ranged, ranged, ranged. So we need 2 more melee units. Also, there's something I want to point out, right? If we go to here, show tome library, my tomes, I want discipline, empowered strikes. Enchantment doesn't apply to units without a repeating base melee attack. Seems incredibly restrictive, but I understand why, right? Giving a single target unit the ability to stun every other turn fairly consistently is incredibly powerful. I want you to make me a monk. What does the monk have? Let's see. Decay, drinking... Oh, empowered strike. Effects are increased for single shot attacks, but it doesn't apply to single shot attacks. That needs to be fixed. Also, Draining Strike is a multi-hit attack. This is a Blood Ogre. Why does it not have empowering strikes? It's a Blood Ogre, right? So that shouldn't matter. It's a unit enchantment anyways. Right? Actually, I think a better place to check it would be here. Right? Yeah, empowered strikes, unit enchantment. Polearm shield fighter skirmisher. Ah, okay, that's why it doesn't apply. It's a mythic unit. It does not count as a polearm skirmisher fighter shield unit, that sort of thing. It counts as a mythic unit. Never mind, we solved it. Okay. Okay. We'll let you heal up. We'll end the turn. Nothing I want to make. We're saving up the Imperium. End turn. Great. Well, what's this? Just do it, share best wines and ale. I mean, it either fails or it doesn't. So either all cities gain 13 stability for 6 turns, or one city gains 21 stability for 6 turns. There's no reason Oh, lose the gold. Ah, fine, whatever. Hey, it worked! Cool, Chaos Boon. I'm gonna hold off on the 6th hero. A new rally has started. You were headed for this army. Blood Cultist. You need a town hall.
Oh.
You, we'll say, are headed up here. You were headed for this army. But I don't have enough. Alright, I'll wait a turn. That's fine. You need a melee unit. I don't... Yeah, so we're gonna have to readjust you. So in 6 turns... I think at turn 110 is when I declare the war. And you were headed to here to clear this out. The Pulcher of Steel. Okay. The best we can do is set up like this. You're gonna try to clear out the Blighted Tree. Should take mana to help with that. We've still got 3 turns here. Like I said, this pops and then this goes back to normal. After the bathhouse, we could do a shrine. Again, I don't think I need the mana. Arcane Institute isn't a bad grab. Like I get the more research, the better. So let's bookmark. Oh, hold on. Where? There we go. Explore. Oh. Block growth for 5 turns. Ooh. Either way, it's low risk. I don't want to block the growth. I may need to fight this. And we have time for it. Shit, no, I'll take that. 84 souls, 69 mana. Making 14 souls, so don't care about this. Get some nymphs, a Thunderbird mount, or a Chaos Orb. I'm actually gonna take the Chaos Orb. And then immediately shred it. Great. So that we can see tier 4. Hold on. Primary. Do we like axes or hammers or swords? We'll do it. Fire damage. Oh no, hold on. Hold on. This is a one-handed axe. We want two-handed. Ooh, we could do a Nodachi. A flaming... Ooh, what can we put here? Assassin strike... Right, so we don't need inflict parasite. Because we have that, we don't need bleed either. We do want torment. Undead is immune to disease, but not decay. Maybe. Because we don't have a way to shred. What's the word I want? Sundered defense. What do we need for that? Ooh, nope, hold on. Actually, that's not a bad one either. But sundered defense, sundered defense, sundered defense. There it is. What do we need for this? Arcanium ore. Usually found underground, but I don't think there is any. That's a mana node. Yeah. Gold vein. No, no, no. So unless something pops up, there is no arcanium ore. On this map. Or we go transmutation. One of the two. Oh, resume game. Wrong button. Boop. Go to the surface. So we do need to keep that in mind. Major ambition, which gives him Farseer. So now he doesn't need the True Sight, but that's okay. So back to this. So again, primary, two-handed, Nodachi, on fire. That does torment, thundered resistance, more crit chance, or damage. I think damage is better. We'll try this one out. The Flaming Broadsword of Agony. Sure. So we'll make that for one of our heroes. Great. Library and a bathhouse is perfect. Still got a few turns there. You... Right, that's done. You know what? I don't know if we can get the ash. I don't know if that's... That might be one step too far. That is something to consider. But he's going to be clearing stuff out. He needs to head in this direction. Anyways, so yeah, let's get these two armies headed in this direction, and he can come help. Cultist, you're done, 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 done. Stone walls into gold. Definitely need that. Yeah, done, done, done. Orders required. You're waiting on units. Another blood cultist, which you are not making. So let's go ahead, queue that up. And after that, on our hero army, who is right here, melee, sorry, ranged melee. So you need melee units. I could see an argument for a hero being all tier 3 and above units, but for now, I think one Death Guard and maybe another tier 3 unit is fine. Oh, they know what's coming. I'm just hoping by the time we're ready, we can either bait them into fighting on defensive ground, or we have enough to overwhelm. Excavated. Great. Down here. Here you go. Here you go. Undead Resentment, selecting research. A Drone of the Cycle wouldn't be bad. It's a very powerful, right? Sacrificial Blight. Target non-hero friendly unit is killed. Adjacent enemies suffering 10 blight damage per tier of the affected unit sacrificed. This always triggers... Yeah. So, use this to reset his cooldown. Giving us Cycle's End. Slightly, right? It either weakens them or it kills them instantly and restart the cycle. If alive, 70 hit points. If dead, brought back to life. And there's nothing I can think of I want to dig for, so we'll go ahead and grab this. Stone Skin is a spell, so we'll pass on that. New Empire skill, which is annexing an uninhabited province, summons an animal unit under control, depending on the province. Don't care. All cities gain 1 pop. Don't care. With 600 in the bank, I will grab Siege Masters before I forget. +4 vision range. All heroes gain a rank. That's 17 turns. Yeah, no reason not to grab it. You know what? Let's grab this instead. Just to say we have it. Withdrawn to the Astral Void. Great. You're headed into this army. So you need another blood cultist, that's fine. Then after that, double gold. You two, oh, actually, hold on. Hold on. You need this, and you need this. And then what do we want? Oh, do we have any, like, interesting units? We got Painbringer, Deathstalker. I thought we got a Knight. That might be this. We definitely want the Blood Moon Ritual spell. But it's all vampires. So that would help our enemy too. Yeah, grafting of... I thought there was a way to get some sort of... Hold on. Infopedia. That's tomes. Is this cultures? Cultures. We are... dark. Oh! Okay, so it's the tyrants that get the Knight. We get the Deathstalker. Okay. So the tyrants get by tier. They both get Pursuer, Immortals, and Outriders. We get the Mortalist, they get the Warlock. They also get the Tyrant Guard and the Tyrant Knight. Okay. Good to know. In that case, is there somewhere we want to put a Necropolis? Again, giving up, like, going major quarries here, right? And turning these quarries into a science station. Not the worst idea. Right? Converting this into, like, a mausoleum. Just for the science boost. Right? Because otherwise... Well, I guess the better thing to do would be like... Yeah, we're going to have to look at that. You're good. We've got gold. You're not making anything. Okay, so what do you need? Nothing's boosted. So we're gonna... That's the thing now. We're gonna lose souls. Right. Before I forget, we want to cast Undead Resentment. So we'll let that tick. We are going to war, but there's no threat here. I think we need the Mages Guild. Like, it wouldn't hurt, but I don't think we need it. The reason being, if we show the tome library, my tomes, if I remember correctly. No. Is it Crimson Rain? When cast, Gift of the Old Blood. Oh no, wait. Revenant. I thought... there was something we had already. Where it was gain a crap ton of mana. Not blood right. We got all of that. Is it Tome of the Great Transformation? Hold on. Domain of Death. Necrotic Spires. Bone Dragon. Fatigued Legion's not a bad one. Well, we can't do Whiteborn, but that's okay. No. Corruption? No, it can't be Corruption. Am I going insane? Hold on. What thing gives you mana from vassals based on population in Age of Wonders 4? No, what? There is something. What spell? Is it a spell? It's gotta be a spell. Or buildings? Faith. No. Building? Am I going insane? Blood Ogres. Cult of the Death. I'm sure someone will remind me in the comments. I could have sworn. Oh, maybe we do need it. 192. This is gonna drive me nuts. Sorry, I apologize. Lens of Anguish is +5. Academy. Crypt Temple is just straight up +40. Grave Obelisk is +30. Chambers, the Shrine. Unless it comes with this. Well, Blood Moon Ritual, Throne. Teleportation circle. Yeah, maybe I'm going insane. I swear that like there's one for food, one for gold, and one for mana. But maybe I'm completely wrong. Town Hall, Foundation, Crawls, Castle Chambers, Transfer Ritual, Lab, Vision Range, Desecrate. Oh, wait, hold on. What? Oh. Gain Sunless enemies sustain 20. Alright, I'm going insane. I could have sworn there was something we had access to. A building we could build only in the Throne City. That gave us plus 50 mana and plus 50 mana for raising and pillaging provinces, plus 50 mana or 20 or something, like plus mana for raising and pillaging provinces, plus mana for sacking a city, and plus mana based on the population that our vassals have. Alright, you're setting up, setting up, setting up. 5 more turns. I'm gonna put you guys into sleep mode. You're ready to go now. Good. You need... That's what we're trying to decide. What do we want to throw in here? Either a Vampire Sparta Matriarch or a Deathstalker. The thing is, so this doesn't count as undead, right? But it does get empowered strikes. Versus our Deathstalker. Into decay. That's an N. You know what? I think we make another Deathstalker. I think that's fine. We'll let that sit. Not my favorite unit, but a useful unit until I can replace it with something else. I think we're good. And while that ticks... Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or, even better, come on over to twitch.tv/SparkyTDK and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.